Good morning. This is the weekend update for Saturday, June 15th. And we're starting off today with the Dow 15-minute chart. And you can see we have a nice little symmetrical triangle. The breakout of this triangle is, let's say, 15,200. Now, on Friday, we had the market down 100 plus points, giving back half of the big move that we saw on Thursday, which actually surprised a lot of people. And we continue to get pushed around by really a lot of silliness, if you ask me. You know, the Fed being done, the Fed not being done, and then, of course, the major driver for weakness in the market has been what's been going on in Japan with the Bank of Japan and their easing and not easing, etc., etc. Well, today we had some news out that the Bank of Japan is actually going to increase their real estate investment trust buys. So that news could help the Nikkei Sunday night, which could spill over into the market come Monday morning. We also have a two-day Fed meeting kicking off on Tuesday with a decision on Wednesday, and I believe we're going to have a positive bias to the market into that Fed meeting. You're going to start to see a lot of the chatter that, maybe the Fed's not done. You know, the funny thing is, a week or so ago when we had the market starting to sell off and all that chatter about the Fed pulling back their QE infinity money, the reason for that was we were starting to get some okay economic data, nothing to really write home about. And funny enough, on Friday, we had less than stellar manufacturing data and PPI data, and the market actually sold off on that data, which, you know, was data that would support the Fed continuing what they're going to continue. So really a lot of nonsense out there right now. I believe we've got an upside bias in this market over the next few days. And if we look at this 15-minute chart, you can see we are about to get a positive MACD cross here. And I love seeing these crosses going into Monday mornings, especially when we get a little bit of a sell-off on Friday. Tends to, more times than not, be an up day on the next session, especially when we go into a Monday. If we look at the Dow Transports, we got a nice early pop on the Dow Transports, and then it gave it back with the overall weakness in the market going into the close. But we did break above that resistance line there, and we're probably a day or two away from a positive MACD cross on the Dow Transports, and we also are about to get stochastics breaking up through 50. The last time this actually happened, you can see here and here, we saw a nice little pop in the market over the next couple of weeks. Dow daily chart doesn't look as great, but one thing to take from it is we continue to hold above the 50-day moving average, and we still have this extreme negative MACD, so that's unlikely to last. Usually these really extreme MACD levels, we end up seeing a nice upside reversal in the market. And another indicator that we have been using, put-call ratio, 121 on Friday. And you know what's been happening every time recently we've been getting these readings over 115 to 120. We've seen a very nice snapback in the market in the next session. Oil. We actually broke out on oil on Friday. Breakout of this, almost 1 year resistance level that has been in place. And of course, really the big driver on this has been the sell-off we've seen in the dollar, of course, driven by the nonsense in the currency markets regarding the yen, dollar trade, etc., etc. Dollar is pretty oversold right now, so going to be interesting to see what oil does next week. A break of 100 on oil really could light those small oil stocks up, so it's definitely a sector we need to watch very, very closely over the next few days. If we do see that oil breakout, we could see small oil stocks really take off, so definitely a sector for us to watch pretty closely going into next week. But anyway, jump and look at some stocks here. Not a whole lot of plays right now. Big winner for us so far, DCTH. We've been in this one from 40 cents earlier in the week. Closed at 54 cents on Friday, almost a 33% gain. Very, very strong close into the Friday. Big break of that resistance level at 50 cents. And there is zero resistance on this chart till we get to around the 75 to 80 cents level. We've got RSI breaking up through 50. We saw a positive ADX cross on Friday. You can actually see on-bounce volume now is starting to slowly tick up. So the buyers are definitely moving into the stock. And it could be a very, very nice week for DCTH in the next few days. And we are just riding this baby up. Let's see how high this one goes. The chart says we've got significant upside potential over the next few days. We are playing the shippers on Friday as well. Nice little move on them. EGEL, we were buyers under 4. Got as high as 420 plus. Dipped and then had a nice little rebound late in the day. This one definitely a strong watch on Monday. A breakthrough 520 could set this one up for a move up to that 540, 550 plus range depending on the momentum that comes in. We've got RSI about to break 50. Stochastics under 20. These are things we like to see. The other shipper we played as well was Fro. Reason we played these two, when they move, when there's sector momentum, these ones like to romp. As you can see, the last time the shippers got hot, this stock just took off over the course of a few days. We've got a nice chart set up here. We're looking at a positive MACD cross, probably Monday, Tuesday. Stochastics under 20, and just like the last time it was under 20, we saw a really big pop over the next few days. So definitely watching this one for a potential break of the 20-day and then the 50-day at 2. Could see some very, very nice upside in the next few days. Facebook. Facebook got a little bit of a bounce late on Friday and then sold off into the close, but they sent out invites to an event next Thursday where they're going to release a new product. And the last few times that Facebook has done this, the stock has actually popped in anticipation of that. So could be a nice little trade here up to the 200-day moving average or 50-day moving average. So there's about, 5 to 10% potential upside on this stock over the next couple of days, and it's been beaten down over the last month and could be worth a possible small options play on Monday, or even a position in the stock with stops at $23. You've got $2 to $3 potential upside going into Thursday, so definitely this could be the large cap play. And again, as I've been saying, we're not in a whole lot of plays right now. A lot of the action is intraday. So, the big plays going into next week, DCTH and some of the other small swing plays. But I think we're going to have a very nice week this week. We had a little bit of a pause. Markets will probably have an upward bias. You're going to start to see the headlines flip again back to the Fed is okay. I believe Bernanke is going to support the markets this week, and that should set the stage for a nice little run into the end of the month. So that's where we stand. If you've got any questions, shoot me an email, feedback@buysellshort.com. Have a great weekend. Have a great Father's Day, all you fathers, and see you on Monday. Bye.